Hey everyone, so you probably noticed that I can't really speak that well, so this is going to be a fun video to do. Now I'll explain why my voice is like this in a minute. This is the best I've been able to speak in like quite some time. So last week I didn't put a video out because I've had the flu and I've had it quite bad. So all last week I was just resting up because I had a online thing that I had to do, that I had to speak on Saturday. Well, I didn't have to do it, something I really wanted to do and take part in, so I rested up for that. But then also I had to be up early on Sunday morning that's just gone, it's now Tuesday, and travel to London, and it was like 2.5 hours travelling to London from where I am and finding a hotel and everything to go to an event, to then come back the next day, which was yesterday. But also with being ill, I never sleep well, it always interrupts my sleep. So all of last week I kept waking up during the night and all sorts of things, and on Saturday night I had 2 hours sleep and I had to get up and go to London. So obviously when I got to London, went to the hotel and had like an hour's nap before going to Soccer Aid, which is the event I was going there for. And because of all that, and because I was like cheering on the match and everything, my voice has gone again. It did actually go last week from having the flu and getting a sore throat and coughing so much. I started to get a bit better, but obviously everything that happened on the weekend is made this flu kind of take hold of my body again, and it's just absolutely kicking my butt at the minute. This whole time since sort of like, I think Monday last week was the first day I became like really ill, I am just burning up constantly. Like right now I'm in just like my PJs, I don't even have the energy to get dressed, but I'm just absolutely on fire at the minute. If I sit down and not do anything, then my temperature does go down a bit and I don't feel it as much. But at the minute I'm just absolutely burning. Obviously got my sunglasses on because my eyes are super sensitive, but I've also got an absolute cracking headache that I've had since yesterday. I've been plying myself with tablets, but they don't seem to be helping whatsoever, and I've now run out of all my extra kind of like migraine stuff. I can't find where the hell my headache stick thing has gone, and I've run out of those sticky things that you stick on your head, so I've been resorting to just having like a damp face cloth on my head to try and keep me a little bit cooler. I can't even bear to listen to anything, so the only thing I've been listening to is those binaural beats things. I've been absolutely downing lots and lots of Lucozade Zero, having plenty of cups of tea. Luckily my appetite hasn't gone, so I have been eating quite a lot, and I've been trying to eat obviously like salty stuff as well because I've been sweating so much. If my salt levels then go really low, that's not going to help with headaches and things. So I've been eating some like vegan salty crisps and things like that as well. But I am just absolutely feel like I'm in hell right now. The thing is, and I think this is because of the fact that I'm autistic, whenever I'm ill, I kind of can't see the other side. I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just stuck in the moment, and it becomes very overwhelming, and my communication starts to deteriorate. So luckily I'm not in too much pain that I can't actually express the fact that I'm in pain. I can do that at the minute because my headache is kind of it's just here at the minute. This is where I can feel it, and it's a little bit in this ear. That's it. It's not behind my eye, so I've been sort of keeping it at bay from getting even worse at least. But whenever I'm ill, I can't remember what it feels like to not be ill anymore. I just can't remember. I've been ill for over a week now, and I don't know what it feels like to just not be in pain and to not be exhausted. I just can't remember, and that makes it really hard to like get through the period of illness, because it makes you feel like no matter what you do, it's not making it better and all that kind of thing. So it has taken me like quite a few years to get myself more into the routine of when you are ill, make sure you take tablets, they will help, and just having to convince my own mind of that. Like, I might feel like the tablets aren't making a difference, but they may be making more of a difference than I realise, and I would only notice that if I stopped taking the tablets and then like the headache spread or got worse or what have you. But I was exhausted yesterday after all the travelling and feeling ill and all of that. What didn't help as well, this really sucked. I don't want to like spend ages talking about the soccer race that I went to, but afterwards there was loads of like diversions and things and like crowd control and stuff. From where our hotel was to the stadium was about a 15-minute walk. It took us about an hour and 10 minutes to get back because of all the crowd control and diversions and stuff. We ended up at one point nearly lost in the middle of London, because even that I've been to London a lot, my mum's been to London a lot over the past like 20-30 years plus. This is actually part of London we've not been to. So because of all that and the extra walking and everything, getting back to the hotel room like an hour after we should have meant sort of like losing an hour's sleep as well. So I did manage to get 6 hours sleep that night, which was a decent amount, but still not really enough to recuperate from everything that I'd done just that day. So last night I actually slept for like 10 hours. I slept right through. I was exhausted, and because I was in pain with headache as well, I took cocodamol before bed to try and help so that I wouldn't wake up during the night in a lot of pain. And I figured if I couldn't get to sleep, the cocodamol would end up making me sleepy enough to nod off. But I was just not in bed that long, and I just was out like a light. But even with all that sleep, this morning I have been struggling to stay awake, and I actually did nod off on the sofa at one point. I spent about 40 minutes sort of drifting in and out, but even after that I'm still exhausted. So I keep trying to move about every now and again just to keep myself awake. But I've hit that stage of illness now where I have a ton of mucus on my chest, which is very lovely and sexy obviously, and I keep coughing loads because my body is trying to bring it up and nothing's really coming up, but I can feel it on my chest. But I am hoping that I will be better for next week, because I've managed to kind of get a bit of move on with working on this podcast, which has been good. I've got a trailer written, I just need to record that, and then I can get that trailer out there, and then it's official, the podcast will be coming. And then I'm going to try and aim for within a month after the trailer drops that the first episode goes out. I am currently writing the first episode. I don't have the energy to work on it today, but I've done all the kind of like more detail oriented part of it, which takes longer to write, so I'm hoping it won't take me as long now, and all the research is done for it, so it's just writing it up. It shouldn't take me that long. But for now I am going to go back to resting, because even just coming upstairs to film this video has just taken the rest of my energy. So I'm going to go back downstairs, put my binaural beats back on, take more tablets, try and rest and relax, and just try get rid of this rubbish illness that is just driving me crazy right now. And then hopefully I can get back to the videos that I actually had scheduled to film and put out over the past couple of weeks, and get them out over the next 2 weeks. Fingers crossed for that. But until then, I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.